Alright, welcome back. Another video. Sorry I haven't been uploading. I've been busy with work and school and exams and all that coming up, so we're getting right into the Thanksgiving break. There's a lot of schoolwork going around, so but I want to get this out and get this done real quick. So I want to talk about the Rittenhouse thing today. I just want to touch on it. I don't want to go into too much detail, because the verdict's already been decided. That's already gone. We're almost all the way past it. But I do want to comment on it. Next thing I want to talk about is Let's Go Brandon that is starting to become censored across all social media platforms. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the vaccine. And y'all already know my position on that, but you're probably going to have to sit through it for another rant or so because I find it extremely frustrating and extremely fun to talk about. So we're going to get right into this. All right, Rittenhouse. So, verdict comes out, he's not guilty. Thank God. We all knew that was coming. We should have known it was coming, but we were still waiting with kind of bated breath to see this transpire because if he hadn't been found guilty, it would have been a big failure on the judicial system. I can't talk. If you look at the evidence brought forth, and you look at the tapes and everything surrounding this, it was very clear he was acting in self-defense. If you try to tell me he was a white supremacist connected to the white militia, if this was connected to racism in any way at all, you're coming out of left field with this. There's nothing backing up that claim. No evidence supporting that. So you just don't even mention that. He shot 3 white men. So I don't know what that has anything to do with race. Period. But we were still scared because the media had painted him as a white supremacist for a long time, about a year since the incident happened. The prosecution made an embarrassment of themselves. Thomas Binger made an embarrassment of himself on several occasions. The judge even yelled at him for trying to make his case based upon Rittenhouse's silence, which is apparently not allowed, and even basic law. Like, this is taught in basic law, apparently. So, I don't know why that was even brought up or why he was trying to do that, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess, in order to try and somehow get this trial going. But it never should have gone to trial anyway. It was very clear from the evidence that he was not guilty, and he was acting in self-defense. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I want to just kind of walk right into this Let's Go Brandon thing being censored. And if you don't know what Let's Go Brandon is, if you don't know what that is by now, you're kind of living under a rock. But basically, it's a phrase that is substituted for F Joe Biden. It's being chanted all around the country right now. And basically, it was coined by a reporter who was interviewing the winner of a NASCAR race. And the crowd was chanting behind the winner of during the interview, F Joe Biden, F Joe Biden, F Joe Biden. And instead of just ignoring this and going on about the interview normally, the reporter decides to say, hey, winner of the NASCAR race, they're shouting your name. They're saying, let's go Brandon. I don't know why you would try to twist the fact that they're, you know, hating on the president, or twist the fact that there's no reason to do this other than, like, censorship and, you know, trying to basically spin it how you want it. There's no reason to do that, so I don't know why you wouldn't just go along normally. You made an embarrassment of yourself, and like, she won't even come out, the interview won't even come out and, like, comment on the whole thing because she created it. It's embarrassing. And the left had decided to come across and just start smearing this now. They don't like it. But, you know, it was okay to hold up a decapitated head of Donald Trump when he was in office in front of national media, right? Because that's perfectly okay. Maybe a little bit of a double standard there. I don't know, maybe. Maybe I'm just imagining things. And I can't imagine why people would hate what's going on with the current administration. You know, because we've got vaccine mandates, because we've got high gas prices, we've got inflation, we've got a border crisis. I couldn't imagine why people would be unhappy with the administration right now, right? But, you know, we're not allowed to say, let's go Brandon, because that would be, that's terrible. So, basically, it all started with this article. A Southwest pilot was greeting the passengers on the plane, and right before they took off, and right as he ended his greeting, he either said, let's go Brandon, or let's go Braves. They're not sure which one he said, because this was during the time of the World Series. The Braves were playing. It's inconclusive as to what he said. Most thought he was saying, let's go Brandon. And basically, he triggered people. He triggered a lot of people by saying this. If I don't fly a lot, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe someone else can speak for me. But I don't think I'd be too offended if someone said a political statement on the before they took off. I don't think I'd feel jeopardized of my safety, that the pilot was joking around or, not taking his job seriously. But, that's what some of the people are claiming in this article. So maybe y'all can speak differently. So this is where this whole thing started. And then people started doing stuff like this. Let's Go Brandon has become the MAGA version of Sieg Heil. Nazism. Racism. Here we go again. It's just... It's this radical painting of a phrase that just doesn't like the president, as Nazism. And they've also connected it to the KKK, ISIS, and other extremist groups. And it's just delusional, in my opinion. There's no point to do this just because you don't like it. I don't understand why you have to call us Nazism, or relate us to Nazis, when there's no point in doing so. It has nothing to do with Nazism or racism or any of that. You're just saying you don't enjoy what the current president is doing, and I can't even imagine why. Look at all the reasons I mentioned beforehand. It's kind of obvious. And then they start calling stuff like this code. How Let's Go Brandon became code for insulting Joe Biden. I'm going to link all of these down below if y'all want to go check them out. I'm not really spending too much time on the details of the article, but I'm basically just covering this real quick. How Let's Go Brandon became code for insulting Joe Biden. And they go on to say how it's become right-wing code and, conservative language and blah, blah, blah. No one's hiding the fact that they're not happy with the current administration. Look at the college football stadiums all around the country. What are people chanting constantly? That they're not happy with the current president. It's right in front of your face, so don't call it code. And why are y'all even upset with it when y'all are the ones who made it up? Y'all are the ones who brought this into existence because y'all are trying to paint a picture that is false. Like, it's laughable. It's embarrassing. It's stupid to watch. Okay. Alright, so that's all I really wanted to touch on that. Okay, now we're going to get into the vaccine. My favorite topic. This is by far my favorite topic to discuss. If you can't tell. The virtue signaling that has started to come with the vaccine and the masks and stuff like that is just, it's also laughable. People are posting stuff on social media, basically along the lines of, oh, it was so great. Dude, this is the best feeling of my life to get the jab. I have never felt this great about, anything in my life before. It's like, what is that language you're using? You're getting a shot for a disease. This is the best thing you've ever done. Come on. Like, it's cult-like. It's cult-like. You're acting like you're in a cult, basically. And I'm going to show you guys this real quick, okay? So, this is a post from the dad on Instagram. I've never heard of them before. Never seen them before, but I'm just going to read the article, or read the post. To the wait-and-see parents, we see you. You got vaccinated yourselves. You wore your mask. You worked so hard to protect your older loved ones. You didn't post misinformation on Facebook or scream at anyone at a school board meeting. Really? Really? Because we want freedom of choice and we want the ability to make our own decision, we're misinformation and screaming at someone at a school board meeting. That's because y'all don't listen or make any of the right decisions. Okay. But now your younger child is eligible for a vaccine and you're on the fence. Listen, we understand. We have babies too. And when they look into our eyes for the first time, with that trust and dependence and love, we vow to always protect them, just like you did. We got them vaccinated against past plagues like polio and mumps and still circulating ones like the flu and hepatitis. Side note, the polio vaccine has been out for how many years now? 50 plus. They had time to make it. They had time to iron out all of the bugs in it. They had time to construct this vaccine without it being rushed. And we've seen the effectiveness of it, and it's been pretty good, right? Contrast that with the COVID vaccine. You can still transmit it to other people when you get it. At best, it's a symptom mitigator. Even your beloved CDC has mentioned that you can still pass it when you transmit it. So this is completely different than the polio vaccine. So I don't know why people bring this up all the time. Okay? It's completely different. We take them to the doctor when they're sick. We, the editors, and would do anything for our infants and toddlers and big kids and teenagers. We would never hurt them. We would die before hurting them, just like you. And this is, with the stuff like the polio vaccine, we can't make our own decision anymore. It's either get vaccinated or lose your job. Get vaccinated or you can't travel. Get vaccinated or you can't do X, Y, Z. Like, wake up. When are we gonna realize that this is slowly, we're backing up further and further from the line that we were at in the beginning? The goalposts have moved a million times. It used to be, okay, we'll stop when 70% of the country is vaccinated. We'll stop when... No! You don't mandate this crap. It's a personal medical decision. Like, come on. So, you keep reading throughout the whole thing, and you keep going. And the part I want to talk about right now is this last paragraph right here. Getting your shot is an incredible feeling. One of our kids, a 6-year-old, got his first dose last week. I'm excited to be protected from COVID, he told the nurse in his sweet, brave voice. It's the best thing I've ever done, he told his father later that day. Another one of our children told his mother that the day he got a shot was the second most important day of my life after the day I was born. Whose 6-year-old is saying that this is the best feeling they've ever had in the second most important day of their life? What on earth? What are we living in, man? It's a shot. That is cult-like. No one's 6-year-old should be saying that. My 12-year-old sister wouldn't ever even say that about whatever she's done. Like, what? It's the virtue signaling. It's, oh, I'm a good human because I did this. Oh, I'm a good human because I did that. No. Just no. It's so mind-boggling and frustrating to see that. Like, what are we living in, man? And then they say something else right here. This is misinformation. Communicable disease is only in when we have all gotten our shot. Everyone. No. We have data backing this up. Look at Singapore. Look at Israel. Look at New Zealand. Look at Australia. Highest vaccination rates of any country in the world. And their cases are soaring. They're sky high. I get so worked up over this. I don't know if y'all can't tell. There was an article that just came out recently. A football team. 99% vaccination rate. They had 44 COVID cases across the whole football team and a 99% vaccination rate. They had to cancel their next 3 games, I want to say it was. What more data could you need? It's bullcrap, and we're still mandating this. Like, no. Just no. The federal government should not have the power to do this. In no way, shape, or form. So get off of that bullcrap. Come on, man. They talk about misinformation, and yet they're saying that crap. Get out of here. Now, as always, I'm down to discuss this. I get really passionate over this stuff. This is super frustrating to me because multiple reasons. I can just see the way it's going, and it's not good. So obviously, that's my favorite one to talk about. Just went on a bit of a tangent, but I think I got my case across. I think I made myself known. But you know, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. The Rittenhouse thing was a huge win for me, personally. I can't even imagine that kid going through... he was 17 when the incident happened. He's 18 now. I'm 19. I can't even imagine going through that full court trial, getting the president to basically to slander my name and connect me to white supremacists. I can't even imagine, bro. Just his reaction to the news of him being not guilty should have been... It was amazing. He broke down. It was awesome. Since really emotionally evoking. But that's all I really had today. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, comment, whatever, you know, the usual YouTube stuff, bullcrap. But anyway, I hope you'll have a good Thanksgiving. Enjoy time with your family. I wouldn't recommend bringing up politics at the Thanksgiving table. Maybe bring up religion instead. That'd be a good way to get a conversation started. All right, guys, y'all have a good one, okay?